Good evening and welcome to the Eagles Nest at Eau Claire Memorial High School. Zaleski Sports presents Big Rivers Conference Boys Basketball. Tonight's matchup, the Menomonie Mustangs visit the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's. Hi again, everybody. I'm Bob Radovich, joined here in the Eagles Nest by Dave Sparger and Spargs. Memorial picked up a much-needed win Monday over Chippewa Falls, 71-57, pulling away late in that one. And for a team that's still kind of trying to find its way without the injured Cooper Jesperson, that was a good step following some tough losses the prior week to both Eau Claire North and Marshfield.
Yeah, you talk about trying to find their step without Cooper Jesperson. They are actually just 3-3 since he's gone down. Now, obviously, it doesn't help that they lost Wesley and Boga for a couple games there, too. And fortunately for the Old Abes, he is back, and he is a full go tonight. So, according to Coach Brisky, he is a full go unless something strange happens during the game or he has re-aggravated or anything, so he's excited to have him back.
Mboga tweaked his ankle last Thursday in practice. He kind of gutted it out against North in that Friday night game, and then on Saturday night against Marshfield, he was not in uniform. It was the same story Monday against Chippewa Falls, and I think Coach Brisky doing the smart thing by realizing, hey, you need Mboga in there for the long run.
Yeah, especially when you pile up games towards the end of the season like that. The last thing you want them to do is have a nagging injury going into that postseason. So, smart move. They got the big win against Chippewa, so they are still one game up in the conference for the conference title. And, boy, they pull this one off tonight, they are guaranteed at least a tie for the title.
Menomonie comes to Eau Claire with a 7-14 overall record, 3-9 in the Big Rivers Conference, although Menomonie, when they're playing well, is a real tough team. Remember, Menomonie is not too far removed from knocking off River Falls.
Yeah, that was a great win for them. And in fact, when the Old Abes went to Menomonie, it was about a 5-point game all the way down to the very end. Again, Coach Brisky re-emphasized that was a battle over there. Now, they were able to pull away late. I think they won by 14 at their place, but it was a battle, and it was about a 5-point game to the very end. So he's expecting the same thing tonight. It's going to be a close one.
Today's pregame show is brought to you by Asher Exteriors. Call Asher's for your free no-obligation estimate at 888-GO-ASHER or visit goasher.com. That is goasher.com. Get off the ladder and get gutter helmet with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Trust the experts on your most valuable asset, your home. Give them a call today at 888-GO-ASHER. Menomonie led in scoring by Isaac Ellison, 6'4 junior, averaging 16.6 points per game, and Brody Thornton, a 6'3 junior, 13.2 points per game. Again, when those guys are on, Menomonie's really a tough team.
Yeah, absolutely. And those are the two they lean on heavily. Isaac Ellison is the old school, traditional back-to-the-basket post player, very physical and tough to handle in the post. And Brody Thornton is flat out one of the best shooters in the conference. So if he is on, he can carry a team for a long time during the night.
Again, no Cooper Jesperson done for the season. His 20.3 scoring average is where he's going to end it for the remainder of the season. Wesley Mboga, though, back in action tonight. He averages 14.4 points per game. In the win over Chippewa on Monday, the Abes had three players in double figures, led by Julius Clark, 20 points. Bryce Hetke had 15, Elliot Height, 14. If you can get Hetke and Height to up their scoring and what they do in this team, Memorial is going to be a real difficult out once the postseason rolls around.
Yeah, absolutely. Big, huge difference against Chippewa, right, when those guys stepped up and put the ball in the hoop. So big chore for them again tonight to step up and put some points up.
Right now, our national anthem. All right, Menomonie versus Eau Claire Memorial. Brought to you in part by Herrick and Hart Law Office. They have been on the side of the injured since 1951. Find them at eauclairlaw.com. Menomonie wearing the black jerseys, the white numerals and trim. Eau Claire Memorial in the home whites with the purple numerals, purple trim. Jumping center, the two number ones, Elliott Height for Memorial, Isaac Ellison for Menomonie. The ball is tipped, and the Old Abes have the basketball first. Gibson to Mboga, over to Height, to Julius Clark, back to Height, off the glass and good.
And an and one, good finish from Elliott Height.
Nice little give and go there between Julius Clark and Elliott Height. So Elliott Height picking up where he left off on Monday when he had 14 points and a really solid overall effort.
Look for the Mustangs now to run half-court sets. They're not a team that likes to get up and down, but they run really good half-court sets, and they'll do a lot of screen the screener, so the communication for the Old Abes will be key on that.
Matt Riley is the Menomonie coach, the former Cadott High School standout who had a really nice career at UW Eau Claire. Try to work it inside, knocked away by Gibson, retrieved by Thornton. Now here's Ellison. Kick out. Here's Johnson. Isaac Johnson nails the three. Well, you talked about the big man Ellison and what he likes to do with the back to the basket. That time he did a nice job of finding an open shooter.
Yeah, they're going to want to make sure they give him his touches, right? Because of that. He can score in the post, but he can also make those good assists.
Gibson hands off to Height. Height back to Gibson. Layup, good.
Nice entry right there from Hedke. Nice little bounce pass off that screen and roll.
5-3 Old Abes. Mustangs have the basketball. It's knocked away by Julius Clark. Clark, layup, no good. Knocked out of bounds. They say last touched by the Mustangs.
Yeah, Julius Clark made that more difficult than it needed to be. Had the great steal, just needed to stay on the strong side and put it in.
So the Old Abes will keep it, and it'll be Julius Clark to throw it in.
Boy, he is good for about 2 or 3 steals a game. Excellent hands.
Inbounds pass to Hetke, handoff Clark, now Mboga up top. Jump stop by Mboga. Gets it back from Gibson. Mboga will pop from outside. That's no good. Rebound Mustangs and Thornton quickly ahead. Isaac Johnson. They try to dump it down low. Menomonie, though, recovers and they'll reset. Ellison up top. Isaac Johnson. Brody Johnson. Check that. Brady Johnson.
And Mboga on Ellison is a good matchup. 2 physical players.
Isaac Johnson from outside, no good. Hetke grabs the carom. Ahead to Mboga. Now Clark. Clark, nice runner in the lane.
Well, that pass fake set that up nice. Little pass fake to the perimeter and then attack on the dribble.
And I like what Clark did there, Sparks, that he elevated and tossed that in rather than try to get all the way to the basket and try to get through that traffic. Nice follow-away shot from Brody Thornton.
Yeah, back to Julius Clark. He has a tendency to over-penetrate, right? Try to go too deep, runs into issues with the traffic and the height. So that time he just smartly pulled up.
Gibson's pass to Mboga went awry. Now the Mustangs have it. Chance to tie it with the 2 or take the lead with the 3. Brady Johnson over to Charlie Barron. Thornton gets it over to Isaac Johnson.
Mustangs calling out one of their half-court sets.
Brady Johnson, lob inside Ellison. Clark was there on the back door, knocked it away. A&W Peppermint Shakes are here. They are the ultimate refreshment, available in regular and Oreo at your nearest All-American food locations in Altoona, Cadott, Withee, and Spencer. Thornton from outside, that's no good. Long rebound, lines up with Isaac Johnson. Barron. Back it out and give it to Thornton. Ellison inside, off the glass, no. Ball batted around. Julius Clark will grab it.
Gibson, a nice job on the full frontal right there, and then on the backside there was Julius Clark to strip it on that pass inside again. Clark showing those quick hands.
Hetke up top to Height. Finds Clark. Clark, step back, three-pointer, that's no good. Hetke knocked away the rebound momentarily. Here comes Barron.
Got a mismatch inside here.
Ellison backing in on Clark. Gibson got there on the backside. We'll see who gets the foul. It's going to go on Julius Clark for a hold.
Yeah, when he gets set up and he's trying to defend Isaac Ellison in the post, that's a big-time mismatch right there. Elliott Height on the perimeter probably could have just dove down and tried to dig that basketball out to force it back to the perimeter, and then he could have done a switch.
3 subs in for the Old Abes, including Sehan Quinney, one of the seniors. Also in, number 14, Ian Bauer. And number 5, Shamar Simmons. Thornton to throw it in. Finds Ellison. Now Grady Johnson. Wanted to lob it. Thought that the big man Ellison was going to break towards the baseline. He did not.
Yeah, Ellison was really leaning on Shamar Simmons in the post there. And they threw that pass to lead him to the hole, but he was still leaning real hard against Simmons. So nice job by Shamar Simmons there on the defense.
And Boga will walk it up for the Old Abes, who lead by 2. Over to Hetke. Thought about the 3. Back to Boga. Spin move off the glass for 2.
Pretty move, under control. A little two-man game on that side with Hetke.
If you're wondering how the ankle is, based on that, it looked pretty good. Thornton on the drive, dragged the pivot foot. The Rural Virtual Academy is an online tuition-free public school serving students pre-K through high school right here in Wisconsin. For more information, visit ruralvirtual.org. Abes have to burn a timeout there, so we'll step aside as well. You're watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Markworth Motors, your local Buick and GMC dealer, has the area's largest pre-owned and new vehicle inventory with new arrivals daily. View the inventory at markworthmotors.com or stop in to talk to a friendly salaried sales consultant. Old Abes have the basketball and a 4-point lead. And Boga puts it on the deck. They get him on the travel.
You know, we talked about Mboga's offense and how they've missed him the last few games, but almost more importantly, his defense. Here's a guy that can guard 1 through 5. So he does make a difference on both ends.
Yeah, really good defender. Strong kid. Good rebounder. Knocked away by Hetke. Menomonie will keep it. Caleb Yates and Julius Clark in for the Old Abes. A.J. Zadowski, he wears number 10, is in for Menomonie. Barron to Zadowski. Zadowski, a 6'1 junior, averages just under 2.5 points a game. Ellison, little short, gets it back and scores.
Yeah, it's one thing to give up that shot if you're going to play it behind, but then you got to make sure you box him out so you can't get that rebound. Good job by Ellison just following it up.
Yates up top to Bauer. Simmons to Quinney. Three-pointer, yes!
His first 3 of the season. Senior night, good for him.
Yeah, that got a big ovation from the Memorial crowd and especially the bench.
And he's got a steal.
Quinney with the near
Yeah,
steal,
he'll get the steal
and the foul on Isaac Ellison.
How about back-to-back big plays right there from Quinney.
And he'll check out now as Brody Neff comes in and gets a big ovation and lots of congratulations from the coaching staff. Well, you know, it's your opportunity to be out on the court and
he
take advantage of it.
He didn't hesitate. He was open in the corner, had his feet set, took the good look. Then he came down and got the big steal for the Old A's.
Clark to Yates and now Bauer. Got a few football guys out there for both teams. Brody Neff all the way to the hoop.
Great look right there from Brody Neff. A little hesitation right there in the paint. Just couldn't finish.
Neff is another guy, 5'11 junior, that you can tell he's got some game. Just needs some more experience.
Yeah, he didn't get much playing time the first half of the season, but as the season's rolled on, he's gotten more and more, and he's been able to get pretty productive at that point guard.
Thornton into the front court. The trap comes. Menomonie beats it. Johnson right down the lane, swatted by Julius Clark.
All 6 foot of Julius Clark. Now 6 foot might be a little generous, but all 6 foot of Julius up to block that one.
Ellison. Down low, Barron. Barron couldn't get that one to go. Rebound to Yates. Now Clark will walk it up. We're under 11 minutes to go first half. Old A's have the ball and a 5-point lead. Simmons, too hard off the glass, bats it into the corner.
Good job keeping it alive.
Bauer, a three-pointer, no good. Rebound Ellison. Thornton on the push. He'll pop from distance, and that is good.
Yeah, you're going to keep Thornton quiet for so long. He found a little bit of distance and let her go.
Brody Thornton is up to 5 points. Younger brother of Brock Thornton, who was a multi-sports standout at Menomonie, football and basketball. And their mom could sure shoot the three-pointer back in the day.
Absolutely. Star for Thorpe, right?
That's right. And Bauer buries one from distance.
Yeah, there's a guy that could have a big night right there. Ian Bauer, he's done it before.
So Brody and Brock Thornton's mom is the former Dolly Rademacher, who played at Thorpe, was an all-state player, and then played for the Wisconsin Badgers. I sure remember her in the early 90s. Barron doing a nice job down low on the putback. But Dolly Rademacher, boy, she could shoot it.
Oh, yeah.
What a 5'10", 5'11 guard. Simmons, a little short on that one. Habes were, I think, looking for a foul on that one, but it was play on.
Yeah, their last 3 sets have been really good. They've ended up at the basket, just haven't gotten to go down. Good job by Bauer getting there in time to knock that away.
Mustangs wanted to go inside to Ellison. Now multiple substitutions in for the Abes as they will get the majority of their starting lineup out there. Bauer being the lone non-starter out there for the Abes. Johnson out to Thornton. Works to Isaac Johnson, now Charlie Barron. Brady Johnson from distance, and he rattles that one home.
Got the nice roll on that one. That's usually done at the home court.
Well, in fact, Brady Johnson used to attend Memorial back in the day. Played football and hoops for the Abes, and then family moved over to Menomonie. Hetke. Out to Gibson. Now Height. Hetke penetrating, finds Gibson for the bucket.
Hedke, that's the second time tonight he's penetrating, just delivered a beautiful bounce pass in the paint for an easy 2.
Owens Gibson's scoring has ticked up in these last couple games. He's getting more time, obviously, with the injuries, but you can see his confidence growing. Nice kick out. Isaac Johnson for 3. Hoop won't have that one. Rebound battered around. Johnson will try another three-pointer. That's no good. Scramble for the rebound. Barron pulls it out. Now Thornton. That's no good. And Boga going up high for the rebound.
Yeah, right now the Old Abe's are losing that rebounding battle. Mustangs with plenty of opportunities with the offensive boards.
Height to Hetke. Gibson up top. Boga will try a three-pointer, and that's good. 5 points now for Mboga. Old Abe's have a 5-point lead. Ellison inside, powers up, no, but we'll get the foul.
Yeah, good set right there that time, screening off and allowing Isaac Ellison to come across on one of those baseline screens and post up. Good entry.
Keep your home and valuables safe with SOS Security in Eau Claire. Protect against intruders, fires, water, and more for every room, every door, and every window. Place your trust in SOS Security. 2 shots coming now for Isaac Ellison. Julius Clark back in for the Abes. HS Fence has been serving Wisconsin's commercial and residential fencing needs for the last 18 years. HS Fence specializing in chain link, vinyl wood, and ornamental fencing. 0 for 2 at the line. Clark brings it up for the Abes, who lead by 5. Hetke has it. Height, back to Hetke. Boga, Height.
That got stripped. He had the guy he wanted on him. He was going to try to go up for that little jumper inside, but he got stripped.
Good help defense by the Mustangs. Now the ball batted out of bounds. They say last touch by the Apes. Thornton will throw it in. Finds Brady Johnson. Now Charlie Barron, guarded by a Height. Off the hands of Thornton, and it's over and back on the Mustangs.
Yeah, nice job up top there by Mboga to create that turnover.
And with that, Matt Riley of the Mustangs wants a timeout. We'll step aside as well. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Back at the Eagles Nest, Eau Claire Memorial has opened up a 5-point lead on Menomonie, 20-15. You can get Culligan water for just $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. Decent crowd here at the Eagles Nest. This is the last home game for the regular season home game for the Menomonie boys team, or excuse me, the Memorial boys team. Memorial fans, sure a lot of them are over at Hobbs Ice Center tonight for a regional final game, boys hockey, Memorial and Superior. We can't tell you that Chippewa Falls is leading its regional final game against DC Everest 4-0 after 1. So Chi High on the way to hosting a sectional semifinal on Tuesday the 20th against the winner of that Memorial Superior game. Barron up top now for the Mustangs. Over to Brady Johnson, now Isaac Ellison. Backing in on Height. Height saves it to Mboga. Mboga now on the push, but he'll slow it down. Does not appear to be favoring that ankle in any way, shape, or form.
As evident there with a nice finish.
You know what, sometimes, Sparks, and you know this as a former athlete, where sometimes it's yeah, you roll an ankle, but sometimes it's mental too. You want to know, okay, can I really cut the way I do in a game? And once you realize that, then it's, hey, let's just play. Off the Thornton miss, here come the Abes. Height will give it to Clark. Julius Clark to the hoop.
Using his quickness right there to split that double team from the perimeter. Gets right to the hole and brings the Old A's lead up to 9, the biggest of the night.
9-0 run for Eau Claire Memorial. Barron in the corner. Another aspect where the Abes have a big advantage, much deeper. They've already gone 3 deep off the bench. Those guys have gotten good minutes. Menomonie has really only brought in the one sub. Thornton on the kick out. Isaac Johnson, that's no good. Thornton saves it. Good hustle by Johnson.
Yeah, again, the Mustangs, great job on the offensive glass.
Johnson to Thornton. Isaac Johnson trying to get it inside to Isaac Ellison, but we have a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, Elliott Height battling inside, though, but could not stay with Ellison as he had a lot of room to operate. He knows how to post up.
Yates, Bauer, Simmons all in for the Old Abes. At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics, we'll wait on that read. It's a non-shooting foul. Ellison knocked away, and they say Clark knocked it off of Thornton. Or check that, Ellison, who's trying to plead his case to one of the officials. It is a veteran officiating crew tonight. Some might say grizzled.
I was going to say, I was hoping you were going to use that grizzled veteran.
Well, I would put myself in that category, Sparks.
Well, that's why we can.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Clark from distance. Good. Run continues for the Abes. It's now a 12-0 run.
Julius Clark up to 7 in the first half.
You know, talking with Matt Riley before the game, and there's an offensive
Isaac
foul.
Johnson, yeah, the Mustang. He just shoved off the Old Abe defender, and he was caught with that underneath.
Yeah, I asked him, how the team has been doing this year, and he says, we're really up and down. He goes, sometimes it's by the game. We'll play a good game, and then we'll follow it up with a bad game, sometimes within the game. He goes, we'll play 10 minutes of really good basketball, and then it'll be like 3 or 4 minutes where we turn it over, we can't hit shots, we're not getting stops. And that's kind of what's happened now in these last few minutes with Memorial on this 12-0 run.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so frustrating as a coach because you know what they're capable of, and then things just kind of slide.
Clark again from distance. That's no good. Knocked around. Abes will keep it. Good hustle by Shamar Simmons. Yates up top. Clark and Boga for the layup.
Set. Nice out-of-bounds set right there for the Old Abes. Mustangs are going to have to use a timeout here.
Old Abes on a 14-0 run. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Blue Northern Distributing of Eau Claire, Wisconsin is a local family-owned business and has been distributing products in western Wisconsin for over 20 years. Our friendly truck drivers are extensively trained to be the best in the industry.
Because it's a really good family-oriented company.
Blue Northern distributes milk and dairy products to many schools and businesses. Right now, we are seeking qualified Class A truck drivers to join our fleet. Apply today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com.
At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, whether you are a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured that you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect. When you need it most, visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Menomonie needs a bucket. They go inside to Isaac Ellison. That will drop for him. Here come the Abes. Shamar Simmons into the corner. Up top to Clark, and he'll back it out.
Good decision right there by the Old Abes. Would like to get out and run, but it wasn't there, so let's just run a good set here.
Abes on a 14-0 run. That pass somehow gets all the way through to Yates. Won't have that one. Guess it wasn't meant to be.
Shouldn't have even gotten there in the first place.
I have no idea how a ball got through two guys. Again, the Mustangs want to work it to Ellison. In Sparks, the Abes are playing they're making it really difficult to make that entry pass to Ellison on the blocks.
Yeah, they're trying to half front up high, and they're going to dead front down low. And then if he does get the ball, they're usually sending a guy to make that a double team.
Open look for Barron. That rims out. Big time loose ball on the floor. Mboga grabs it, and his coach takes the timeout. So we'll step aside as well. You're watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Old Abes leading 29-15. Memorial on a 14-0 run here in the first half. With time winding down, 2 minutes, 20 seconds, and ticking. Bryce Hetke over to Shamar Simmons. Good look from the perimeter. Yates can't get it to go. Ellison the rebound.
Yeah, the Mustangs came out of that timeout and showed a zone that time. Like you said, Yates had the good look from three, just didn't get it to go.
Inside, Barron. Nice pass
look
to Ellison.
Great look to Ellison there.
Breaks a long drought for the Mustangs. Isaac Ellison up to 4 points, but remember, he averages a little over 16 and a half a game. Be interesting how long Menomonie sticks in this zone. You got Clark, Hetke. Here's Hetke for three. That's no good. But Clark, Hetke, and Mboga. And then the layup is good by Yates.
Mboga, nice job just keeping it alive, and it ends up in Yates' hands.
Yeah, give the nice assist to Mboga, who knew he wasn't going to get two hands on it, but just tipped it to his teammate for the layup. Abes back up by 14. Again, Ellison posting up inside and Mboga trying to front him.
Yeah, the Old Abes are trading off who they used to defend him.
Ellison out to Brady Johnson. That three-pointer rims out. Rebound Simmons, under a minute to go.
We'll see if the Old Abes want to hold for one here. Probably could when you got to go against the zone here. It's a good time just to settle it. Play for one.
Under 30 seconds to go. Hetke to Simmons.
And there's the call from Coach Brisky. Let's play for one.
Now under 20 seconds. Now under 10 seconds. Simmons up top to Clark. Long three-pointer. Rims out. Rebound Barron. And that'll do it for the first half. Great finish to the first half for Eau Claire Memorial. The Abes lead it by a score of 31-17. Sparks, this was a back-and-forth game. Memorial had built leads of 5 points. Menomonie came back, cut it to 2, and the Abes just went on that big run.
Yeah, and it all started with their defense. Again, just making it so tough for the Mustangs to get open looks and good shots and everything else. And so They were able to hold Ellison to just 4 points that first half and Thornton just to 5. So again, the Old Abe defense is what's made the difference here in the first half.
Sparks and I will take an extended break. When we return, we'll have the second half of action. Again, your score at the break. Old Abe's 31, Mustangs 17. You are watching high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. Our focus is providing your family with peace of mind by offering state-of-the-art systems that blend convenience and security into one. It all starts with our security system, which lets you add control of lights, door locks, thermostats, and more. You can control all of them with your touchscreen keypad or your mobile phone. With this state-of-the-art system, home control can be adjusted to your lifestyle automatically.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
I think there are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA!
At Marquardt Motors, we want our customers to experience the highest possible level of satisfaction. That's why we offer the largest selection of new and used vehicles at the lowest possible price. It's why we offer Saturday service, and we have our own body shop on site. I'm Dave Marquardt. I invite you to come experience the personal service we've worked for 50 years to achieve and will continue to improve on for many years to come.
Today's game is brought to you by Apple Weight Loss. Chiropractic care is more than just making the pain disappear. It's about learning, understanding, and taking care of your body to improve your quality of life with Apple Weight Loss. Whether buying or selling, home, recreation, commercial, no matter your budget, find the listings at DonnellanOnline.com. Franson Bank and Trust has a team of experienced bankers that will provide a vast array of loan products tailored to your situation. Franson Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I know that I can handle
schooling my children because RVA provides the tools that I need. The RVA has adjusted curriculum by placing children right where their learning is. That's the #1 goal, is to make sure that your children are learning, and so you don't move on if they haven't grasped the concept. You stop, pause, and you make sure that you grasp that before you move on. The RVA will work with your child's needs and will provide the support and the attention that your child not only needs but deserves.
Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall-to-Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall-to-Wall Carpet One a call at 715-598-4485. Since 2009, Momentum Baseball Academy has been leading baseball instruction in western Wisconsin. Momentum Baseball Academy, official partner of the Eau Claire Express.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Blue Northern Distributing of Eau Claire, Wisconsin is a local family-owned business and has been distributing products in western Wisconsin for over 20 years. Our friendly truck drivers are extensively trained to be the best in the industry.
Because it's a really good family-oriented company.
Blue Northern distributes milk and dairy products to many schools and businesses. Right now, we are seeking qualified Class A truck drivers to join our fleet. Apply today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at StaubCO.com.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Welcome back to the Eagles Nest, Eau Claire Memorial High School. Eau Claire Memorial, thanks to a late 14-0 run, leading Menomonie 31-17. Bob Radovich, Dave Sparger here with you. And Spargs, Aves have just played a real efficient game. You know, they've been patient on offense. They've run some nice sets. They've gotten good looks. They're playing good defense. It's really hard to pick apart anything that they've done.
That's a good recipe for success, isn't it, Bob? I'll tell you, you're right. They were hoping to get up and down, kind of make the Mustangs have to run and keep up with them, and that really hasn't panned out. But you're right, their half-court set has been excellent here in the first half, and I'm guessing maybe only 2 or 3 turnovers in that whole first half, which, again, is key to what their success and why they have this 14-point lead.
Menomonie was playing a real solid game. They were getting touches in the paint for Isaac Ellison. Brody Thornton hit a three-pointer, and they were kind of matching the Abes early on, and then they just got cold, and a couple turnovers happened. They're going to need a real spark, and I guess it would be, you'd look to Thornton and Ellison, their two leading scorers, to provide that.
Yeah, Ellison just, unfortunately for them, could not finish real well that first half. And again, it was tough. He was getting double-teamed. He was getting 2 or 3 guys throwing at him. The Old Abes have done a good job of switching off who's banging on him and leaning, so it's made it real difficult for him. But you're right. I think the difference maker is going to be number 11, Brody Thornton. He's the guy that can knock him down from 30, and he showed that from the 1-3 that he knocked down. So he's a guy that if the Mustangs are going to get back in it, he's got to get his shots, knock him down.
Enjoy the benefits of business banking at Security Financial Bank with several options to fit your business. Learn more about business banking at sfbank.com. Menomonie will have the basketball to open up the second half. This is Brody Thornton. They run a backdoor cut, and Brady Johnson sails that over the head of Isaac Johnson.
Yeah, a good set out there, and they were ready to run it, but unfortunately he just let it go.
Castle Insurance, based in Eau Claire, is your local independent insurance provider for all your insurance needs. You can depend on Castle Insurance. Backward pressure now by the Mustangs as they throw a zone trap out there. They went zone in the half-court defense late in the half. Unable to finish his height. Gibson gets it back. Out to Hetke. He'll pop from distance, and that rattles in.
Gets the sweet roll off of that one. But a great job by the Old Abes on that offensive board to keep it alive, kick it out, and Hetke nails the 3.
Old Abes have doubled up the Mustangs. It's 34-17. Thornton, the handoff to Johnson, back to Thornton. They go inside. Ellison able to finish. They got the switch they wanted on that one. Clark's a great athlete, but it's going to be hard to stop Isaac Ellison in the low blocks.
Yeah, if you get that entry pass and you can get it in there with that front, it is tough. Anybody that's going to be in the backside is going to be smaller.
Brady Johnson picks up the foul, and that is his second. Hetke to throw it in for the Abes. Clark will hand to Hetke. Now it's a 1-2-2.
Yeah, Mustangs in that 1-2-2 zone. Little screen on the backside, and then the entry pass taken away.
Hetke tried to get rid of that as soon as he got the pass, but Menomonie was waiting for that one. On the wing, Barron. Back up top to Thornton. Johnson will pop from distance, and that's good. Brady Johnson for 3.
Well, if the Mustangs can knock down some threes and then create those turnovers, that'll get them back in this contest.
Johnson up to 6 points. Height on the baseline. Back to Hetke. Clark gets it back. He'll pop from distance. Back rim, no. Rebound, Thornton. Brady Johnson out to Thornton. Thornton will back it out now.
Going to call Gibson inside. They're on a hold, trying to defend Ellison.
First foul on Owen Gibson. Ian Bauer is in for the Old Abes.
And Bogle will draw Ellison now on the defensive end.
Not only with the basketball, Mustangs are on a 5-0 run. Brady Johnson up high, does pick up the dribble. Thornton guarded by Bauer. Brady Johnson now. Down low, Ellison, Thornton, that's good.
Again, a good kick out by Ellison. Again, they run their offense through him. They've got to get him his touches.
7-0 run now for the Mustangs, and they are within 10. The zone is I think causing a few problems for the Old Abes. Clark with it. And Boga at the high post, gives to Hetke. Clark from distance. Height, the rebound, that's no good. Rebound goes to Ellison.
Well, that zone is forcing the Old Abes to kind of shoot from the perimeter, and they just haven't knocked down any threes since that first one of the half.
Thornton will try a deep three. Whoa, no, wave it off. Foul down low. They're going to get Julius Clark on the hold.
Before the shot, so the Abes were lucky there.
Caleb Yates in for Memorial. Yeah, Abes were fortunate that time because Thornton had time enough to line that up and knock it down. He gets it into Isaac Johnson. Back to Thornton. Another three-pointer. That one off the side of the backboard. And Boga to Clark. Clark, baseline, layup good.
Good quickness right there. If you're going to go baseline, you've got to be decisive, and he was.
And so often Clark will go all the way under the basket in the baseline and try to get the kick to that far corner. That time, with the defender kind of leaning baseline, he just took it up, put it in off the board. Abes back up by 12. Barron finds Thornton. Brady Johnson tracks it down. Now Barron on the drive. Barron comes up a little short.
Yeah, a little contact up there, but refs say play on.
And Clark powers up for two.
Yeah, good patience right there with Julius Clark. Again, playing under control, just taking that easy layup up there.
And they're going to get Clark on the foul.
Yeah, Old Abes were looking for Ellison to draw that one as he used that screen and kind of shucked Julius Clark aside.
Yeah, I think what happened there is Ellison, yeah, he did run into him, but he didn't extend the elbow. It's just like on that drive that Clark just had. It's not like he dropped the shoulder and pushed off. There was just contact. Ellison, good work inside.
Yeah, he's good inside. He's got good footwork. And the difference now, this second half, he's been able to knock those shots down. He was kind of missing them in the first half, but he's certainly making them now.
It's a 12-point game. Isaac Ellison is up to 8 points now. Yates to Simmons. Tough pass, and Brody Neff couldn't scoop it out of the infield dirt there. He got that short hop.
Yeah, that one's just too difficult to pass to make. Don't have to force that one. Just regather and kick it back out to the perimeter, and you're fine.
Andrew Bush, number 2, a 5'8 senior now into the game for Menomonie, which trails by 12. With just under 12:45 left. Brady Johnson up top. Zadowski for three. That's no good. Simmons tracks down that rebound. Hetke handoff. Bauer. Hetke again. Lob to Yates. Bauer for three. That's no good. Ball caroms around, and Menomonie comes out of there with it. Thornton up ahead to Bush. Passes to Johnson, who tight ropes down the baseline and gets it up top now to Thornton. To Ellison. Won't get the bucket, but gets fouled by Shamar Simmons. The Dahlman Insurance Agency provides business, home, auto, and farm insurance throughout the Chippewa Valley. Contact Eric Knutson in Elk Mound or Wayne Dahlman in Eau Claire. Dahlman Insurance, come for the rates, stay for the service. First foul on Shamar Simmons.
Yeah, that pass from Thornton went actually diagonal across the paint to the weak side block, and really that can't happen if Shamar Simmons is up the line a little bit more and more aware of that. He'll knock that away, but he got stuck behind.
One or two that trip for Ellison, who now has 9 points. Hetke to bring it across for the Old Abes. We're under 12 minutes to go here in the second half. Bauer to Hetke. Baseline Simmons. Back to Hetke. Neff throws that one away, and Winds up in the hands of Chad Brisky, which is not what Chad Brisky wants.
Yeah, he wasn't ready to shoot that one. But he was ready to make a comment as he caught it.
Yep.
You're right, Brett. Since they've run this zone, it's been really effective against the Old Abes. They've kind of struggled to get good looks, and they're not knocking down to 3 right now.
Thornton will pop from outside. That's good.
But he'll knock down to 3. We talked about him at halftime. If they want to get back in it, the 2 guys that are stepping up now, Ellison and Thornton.
Menomonie has outscored Memorial in the second half 13-7, and as a result, we have an 8-point game with 11 minutes left. Yates give it to Neff. Bauer wanted to drive, knocked away. Thornton on the steal, and a steal. Hetke, layup is good.
Oh, great heads-up play by Hetke. Kind of sneaking behind the play there, saw that pass, tipped it away. Big play for the Old Abes right there.
5 points for Hetke. It's a 10-point lead for the Abes. Lob inside, Ellison, double teamed, out to Thornton, open look.
Yeah, that's the one guy you can't leave. You can double Ellison, but it cannot be the guy that's guarding Thornton.
Thornton up to 13 points. It's a 7-point game. That's as close as Menomonie has been in a while. Neff on the wing. Yates up top. Bauer with it. Menomonie crowd is making some noise. You know, this kind of defense, I don't think you can play this defense if Clark is out there or if Cooper Jesperson is out there. Well, Jesperson's not in uniform, and as I look down below, I don't see where Julius Clark is.
He's going to be checking in. Him and Mboga are checking in the next whistle. Yeah,
oh, he's hiding.
What a great look right inside.
Shamar Simmons with the finish. It'll be interesting to see if Menomonie sticks with that zone. There's Thornton. Little follow-away shot, no good. Hetke on the rebound.
Yeah, I see no reason why not to stay with that unless it's late in the game and then they need to, draw some fouls.
Inside, getting the roll, Caleb Yates.
Strong finish by Yates.
Now a 4-0 run for the Old Abes and a 6-2 run.
Better ball move the last 2 possessions now against that zone, breaking it down.
Abes back up double digits. Here's Bush. He'll pop from the baseline. That's no good. Tipped into the hands of Bauer. Now Hetke. Lob, Shamar Simmons.
Great patient, Shamar Simmons. Great shot fake, gather, and lay it up with nobody on you.
Full time out on the floor. We'll step aside as well. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. Our focus is providing your family with peace of mind by offering state-of-the-art systems that blend convenience and security into one. It all starts with our security system, which lets you add control of lights, door locks, thermostats, and more. You can control all of them with your touchscreen keypad or your mobile phone. With this state-of-the-art system, home control can be adjusted to your lifestyle automatically.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
Now is your time to join the team at Blue Northern, hiring for drivers in Eau Claire and Sparta. Apply online today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com. Another boys basketball score of interest at the half. Hudson at home leading Rice Lake 32-25. The Raiders trail the Old Abes by 1 game in the standings. And another score to pass along, this one from Hobbs Ice Center. WIAA Division I Regional Final. Eau Claire Memorial leading Superior 2-1 after 2 periods. Winner will move on to likely play Chippewa Falls in a sectional semifinal. Chi High at last check led DC Everest 4-0 after 1. Here it's a 13-point lead for the Old Abes. Abe's with the trap. Thornton gets rid of it. Johnson gets Clark flying, and he can't get the three to roll in. That hit just about every part of the rim. Clark to Mboga. Open look from the perimeter. That's no good. Offensive rebound. And traveling on Gibson. Abes are trying to say that he kept the left foot down.
I agree with Coach Brisky when he says that. He went up there, jumped up, caught it, came down with 2 feet, and he kept that pivot foot down. Even though he was stutter stepping, it was his right foot, not his pivot foot.
Near steal by Mboga in the backcourt.
So unfortunately for Owen Gibson, he had a great rebound, was looking to put it back up for 2.
Ellison has it in the backcourt. We are under 8 minutes to go, second half. Ellison, Thornton. Three-pointer rims out. Oh, he had a good look there. Julius Clark gets to the glass and scores. It's now a 10-2 run for the Old Abes.
Yeah, they had cut it to 7. And like you said, no, a good run here for the Old Abes to stretch us out again.
Wesley Mboga will pick up the foul.
Julius Clark up to 13 points tonight and has just played very well.
Johnson. Nice lob inside Ellison.
Yeah, great pass right there. Great entry in the dead front.
Isaac Johnson, really nice diagonal pass over the Abes defender and into the hands of Ellison, who's up to 11 points. Mboga on the drive. Little floater is good. Wesley Mboga into double digits. He's got 11 points.
Well, you can just see the difference how they can attack that zone with Mboga and Clark on the floor. Just two guys that are dynamic with the basketball.
15-point lead for the Old Abes. Lob inside. Ellison. Oh, the Abes have a player down, and it's Julius Clark.
He's holding his ankle, I do believe.
He's going to hop up and limp off the floor. Boy, if you're the Old Abes, you just got Mboga back from injury, so Julius Clark will head over the trainer's chair. Clark, 13 points.
Yeah, my guess there is he came down on somebody's foot and probably rolled that ankle. So hopefully they can just settle it down and retape it, see if he can come back.
So make a note of that. 6:39 left, and Clark heads to the bench. Thornton for three. That one rattles out. Knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by the Abes. Olympic Flame Restaurant in Eau Claire since 1980. Uncle Apros brought homemade family recipes from Greece, and the tradition continues today at Olympic Flame Restaurant. Eau Claire's best kept secret, Olympic Flame Greek Restaurant on London Road. Another good look by the Mustangs. The hoop just wouldn't have it.
Yeah, and Ellison had the board, but he got it tipped away.
Mboga dribbles away from traffic. Jump step
great
in
Euro.
the lane.
Wow.
And he will head to the line.
What an athletic move right there at that Euro step to get him to the glass and draw the foul.
Looking down on the baseline, looks like Julius Clark's going to get that right ankle taped.
He looks like he's in a bit of discomfort, though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, Sparks. He just got caught underneath in traffic, went up in the air, and then came down on somebody's foot. And that happens in basketball. Mboga 1 or 2 from the line. Get the Abes up by 16. Six minutes to go in this one. Bush to Johnson. Ellison has it. He'll back it behind the arc. Now on the drive, Ellison, nice spin move. Sparks, you talked about in our pregame just the old school, old low post moves that Ellison has.
Yeah, he's tough to guard one-on-one because of it. He's so good with his feet. He reminds me a lot of the old Badgers, Tyler Wall here, how well he moves around the basket.
And then a steal by Ellison, and did he knock it off Gibson? Well, he did, he was on the line. Shamar Simmons now in for Owen Gibson. 5:25 left. Hetke, reverse layup.
Oh, fakes the handoff to Neff, got bounds, and gets that baseline for the layup. Tricky little move right there from Hetke.
Hetke up to 7 points. Lead back up to 16. Menomonie needs a run. They need it fast. That'll help. Ellison with a nice slip to the basket. Ellison up to 15 points.
Yeah, I think Ellison's going to get his points here down the stretch. I think the Old Abes are probably going to settle with maybe letting him have his two so they can prevent Thornton from getting the threes. Those threes are what are going to get them back in a hurry.
Imboga down low.
Great.
Powers it up and in.
Speaking of post-ups, Imboga solid inside.
Wesley Imboga up to 14 points. Now has the scoring lead for the Abes tonight. Went ahead of Julius Clark, who has got his ankle taped up, and he's sitting at the scorer's table. Ellison down low. Goes up strong, won't get the roll. Height the rebound. Over to Neff. Height. Hetke, three-pointer. Rimza. Tapped around. Brady Johnson able to corral it. Gets it to Thornton.
Thornton's got a head of steam coming here.
Tough shot.
I think that was a pass.
Up and in.
Yeah, I think he may actually lit it up there for Ellison.
Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. You're watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
SC Swiderski, an SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Visit scswiderski.com for more.
Mustangs back to that man-to-man defense now. They got to come out of that zone as they are trailing by 14.
Yeah, they need steal. They're going to trap out of this, but Hetke gets to the glass and scores again.
Yeah, Imboga just kind of screened out the post player right there, and it was wide open lane for Hetke.
Bryce Hetke has 9. The lead is 16. Thornton to Barron. Now Zadowski. Brady Johnson. Down low is Barron. Oh, a nice set there, and Isaac Johnson winds up with the basketball and just banks it in. The question is, can Menomonie force steals and make some stops here? Good defense play there by Barron, but he was the last one to touch it. Bauer, Yates, and Neff in for the Old Abes. Thornton will come out. I'm guessing this is going to be a short rest for him.
Yeah, Julius Clark gave it a shot here. He took the floor and ran a little bit, but it is bothering him. So Neff is back in. Brody Neff to run the point.
The good news for the Abes, they will not play for another week. They go to Chippewa Falls to finish out the season.
Yeah, they could use that with the injuries they've kind of had here late in the season. A little time for some recovery before the postseason rolls around.
Bauer Guarded by Zadowski, gives it up to Hetke. Yates with it to Bauer.
Old Abe's looking to run some clock here. Run that weave. Shorten the game.
They lead it by 14. Which is what the lead was at the break. Neff will pop from distance. That's no good. Ball batted around into the hands of the Mustangs. They fired it up ahead to Bush. Back in his way in. Bush. That shot won't drop, and then Boga has the rebound. Minute 45 left.
Looks like both coaches are going to go to the bench now.
Coming in now for Menomonie, Trevor Robert, 6'5" freshman. We saw a little bit of him in the JV game, and boy, does he have some bounce to his game.
Yeah, he's got a bright future over there with the Mustangs, no doubt about it.
Sehan Kinney is back in for Memorial. Mustangs get a steal. And a layup. Bo Noble, the senior, with the layup. Minute 30 left. Abe's by 12. Still not over.
Well, it's not, especially if you're going to turn the ball over in 5 seconds on the half court. I mean, really, the Old A's should be just perimeter on this one and running the weave and running this clock.
Isaac Nielsen, or his number 23, is in for the Mustangs. Yeah, the reserves will play this one out, but you look at the clock, Sparks, and it's 57-45. Robert will give it up to Noble. Back to Robert. Puts it on the deck and kicks it out. Noble to Bush. Back to Robert. Backing in on Fessenmeyer. Those two did some battling during the JV game.
Well, they're going to call him. We thought it was a clean block, but they're going to call body on him there. Looked like it was good defense by Fessenmeyer right there.
So Trevor Robert will go to the game. Yeah, those two picking up right where they left off in the JV game.
You're right. The whole,
like,
that
hey,
whole
I
night
know
they were,
you.
Yep. A lot of one-on-one with those two in that JV game.
Henry Fessenmeyer, just a sophomore, and we mentioned Robert, just a freshman, so they get a few more years of banging against each other. Abe's controlling the rebound after the miss. Then Menomonie scrapping. Loose along the near sideline. Mustangs have it. Now we're going to get an official timeout. I think we have a blood rule situation, maybe? Not sure why Ben Fessenmeyer had to leave the game. Robert has it. Backing in on Bauer. Here's Nielsen from the outside. That's no good. Rebound Henry Fessenmeyer. He clears to Brody Neff. We're under 30 seconds to go. Good basketball game tonight between the Abes and the Mustangs. Both of these teams will find out their postseason seeds and brackets on Sunday. That'll be a statewide show beginning at 11 a.m. You can watch it locally on 18.2 Catchy Comedy Channel.
You know, it's interesting with the way this is computer generated. This is a game that probably was not going to help the Old Abes, but if they would have lost it, it would have hurt them for those seedings.
Time ticking down on this one. The ball winds up in the hands of senior Sahan Kinney, and the Old Apes will put this one into the win column. 59-46 with the win. The Abes improved to 17-6, 11-2 in the Big Rivers Conference, and with this win, Memorial clinches at least a tie for the BRC title. Congratulations to Chad Brisky, his staff, and all the players on that accomplishment.
Yeah, and they'll play, what, is it next Friday?
Thursday
next
at
Thursday
Chippewa Falls.
at Chip to try to win it outright, which is fantastic for the old Abes.
So Memorial picks up the win, 59-46. Coming up next, the postgame show brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team. When you experience any sports-related injury or issue, you can count on prompt, proper diagnosis and customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athlete in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and Western Wisconsin. That is next. You are watching boys high school basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called a labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with, or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip were told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a hip replacement, or just feeling that they can't ever participate in that activity because they'll just keep getting groin pulls. We can take that person, we can make them better, we can fix their problem, we can bring them back to their sport, and allow them to continue to develop as an athlete or as a worker or whatever particular activity they're trying to do where that hip is affecting them.
Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been committed to the healthcare needs of patients in western Wisconsin for over 45 years. Their success and reputation as an outstanding orthopedic clinic can be attributed to the teamwork of their friendly, knowledgeable physicians and staff.
Here at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we have 12 partners, orthopedics, neurosurgery, non-operative spine, and foot and ankle. We really pride ourselves in listening closely to the patients and hearing what they're saying, spending a lot of time engaging in the conversation of what is really bothering that person.
After meeting with the patient, Dr. Carlson determined that his difficulties had all been related to painful hip impingement.
It was incredibly important for me to meet with a doctor that understood sports and athletics and kind of just how I wanted to continue that lifestyle instead of just kind of shutting it down. So meeting with someone like Dr. Carlson was incredibly important to me because he understood how I still wanted to be active after a surgery and still wanted to maintain my daily lifestyle.
While visiting with Dr. Carlson, we learned that he grew up skiing and continues to ski competitively across the country and also enjoys hunting, fishing, and hiking. He is passionate that his patients' goals are his goals. Whether it is getting them back to playing with their kids, working aggressively, or competing in sports, his patients are more active and enjoy their lives.
When I see those people so happy with themselves, so happy with their decision to have this fixed or to go through this process, as scary as it sometimes is, if you don't know what's on the other side, it's so satisfying for me.
Eau Claire Memorial defeats Menomonie tonight, 59-46. Julius Clark and Wesley Mboga joining me now. Julius, 13 points. Wesley, 14. Wesley, let's start with you. You had to sit 2 games with that ankle. Maybe could have played if this were playoff games, but how good did it feel tonight just to be back on the court with your guys?
Felt really good. Those 2 games off, I really wanted to be out there with the boys. And yeah, it just hurt, but it felt really good to be back out here with them and get a win.
You had a little bit of an ankle issue too. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We move on to the next game.
And the next game is in a week, so it's a week from tonight up at Chippewa. What do you guys want to focus on? Now you got some time away. You can kind of work on some things in practice. What's the focus going to be?
I feel like it's the same thing every day. We just got to stay mental. We got to stay mentally focused. We got to keep bringing it. This win doesn't mean much.
Seedings will be unveiled in a show starting at 11 a.m. on Sunday. Will you guys be watching that? And what do you hope to see when your name gets called?
Yeah, we'll probably watch it as a team, man. We're just trying to get whatever seed they give us, we'll work with, and we're just going to try to make a run.
You guys haven't had Cooper now for a while, but are you starting to adjust now to maybe a little different role for everybody?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it sucks missing Cooper and everything, those shots he hits and points he makes, but I feel like we're moving the ball really well.
I'd ask more questions, but you guys are cutting down the nets, and I know you want to be part of that. So you're in the Zaleski Sports Highlight House. I think you know what to do by now.
I'm Julius Clark.
And I'm Wesley Mboga.
And we're in the house.
Thank you, gentlemen. Good luck to you, and we'll see you down the road. So that's going to do it for our coverage tonight. Dave Sparger and I will be back here tomorrow night. Eau Claire Memorial girls basketball will close out its regular season with the home game right here against the Chippewa Falls Cardinals. That's going to do it for tonight. For my color commentator, Dave Sparger, I'm Bob Radovich saying good night from the Eagles Nest at Eau Claire Memorial High School.